What's going on, everybody? I hope you're all well, and welcome back to Baldur's Gate 3. I got my coffee, and I am ready to get some action in today. We are back here in the mountain pass. We got our party all rested and gathered up. We got Lazel looking like a straight badass in the adamantine gear.
Swift as my feet can carry.
Let's explore this place a little, shall we?
Blessed be you, pilgrim. Take respite now in the dawn's loving gaze.
The dawn's loving gaze.
Looks like Lathander, god of the dawning sun.
We met a little, well, we didn't meet, sorry. Well, I guess technically we did if you count a corpse as meeting, but we did learn a little about Lathander while we were in the Underdark. One of the people that the Shah worshippers were torturing, that wouldn't speak, was a Lathander worshipper. That's why the sun was carved in on the stone. Lathander, you imagine, would be kind of adverse to Shah, given, you know, God of the Dawning Sun versus the Lady of Darkness. And here we have Lady Esther. You're very far out of the way and you're all alone. What's going on with you?
A friendly face. Oh, you are a sweet, sweet blessing, my dear.
You might be the only person that's ever responded like that to seeing a drow.
I've been accosted, chased, insulted.
Insulted? Oh no.
Do you see that wretched little hive?
I do. It looks like a temple.
Oh, it certainly looks that way. But inside, it is swarming with brutish, stupid, rude Githyanki.
You'll note we have one with us.
By your wretched standards, but stupid. Chucky.
Your charming companion would call it a creche. But it was built on what remained after the Githyanki slaughtered all of the monks. I'd call it a murderous training camp.
Acutely observed on both counts.
Honestly, I was doing them a favor.
Well, the slaughter of monks is not something I'm too fond
How
of.
am I repaid? Attacked and run off like some transient.
You tried to buy one of their children?
What? No, of course not.
Well, that's what an egg
I
is.
was merely...
You and Melee.
Look, it's just an egg.
Actually, it's
The
their
Society
offspring.
of Brilliance asked me to acquire one of their roe so they can incubate it and, once it hatches, raise the spawn in their tradition.
Now, we met one of your friends down in the
Do
Underdark.
enlighten me. What is this tradition?
The Society believes a Githyanki raised in a peaceful, nurturing environment can overcome its violent nature. I'm sure your friend would agree. A Githyanki is as likely to forsake its violent nature as a gnome is to fly.
I would actually disagree with that pretense. I think most behaviors are learned. And once you get to a certain age, it's very hard to unlearn said behaviors. But if you get something... You take somebody from young, I mean, isn't that the whole thing with cults and different cultures and indoctrinations? Is the reason you have cultural beliefs is because you grew up in the culture. So, I mean, the logic follows that if you grew up in a different one, you would have those beliefs. That's why people in, like, America are different to people in India, and people in India are different to people in Scotland, and so on and so forth. It's because of the culture you grow up in. It's your surroundings. So, I actually probably agree with what she's trying to say there, that if you grew up somewhere else, you would be different. Violence is taught, not inherited. You don't need to steal a child to know that.
You've been sipping from the same goblet as the Society. Perhaps you'd be willing to help then, to prove your point. They may have chased me away, but surely the Gith would welcome a person with such sympathetic views to their creche.
We can actually play a nice little trick on this woman.
Simply purloin an egg.
I wouldn't give it to you.
Steal one of Gith's own. I will slit your throat for even suggesting it.
Easy,
I'm not
Lazo.
talking to you.
We're gonna have something funny on our hands here, don't worry.
Well compensated, of course. Just bring me an egg.
Well compensated. Well, we can give her the owlbear egg, but before we do that, let's take a look at her inventory. We're gonna play a little joke on this woman, because I think it's funny. When downed, automatically stabilize at the start of the round. And potent healing is whenever you are healed, you restore the maximum number of hit points. Yeah, we'll yoink that. Winter Clutches, when the wearer deals cold damage, inflicts 2 turns of encrusted with frost. We do deal cold damage on icing death. That could be interesting for us, actually. What does encrusted do? Affected entity has disadvantage on dexterity saving throws. Yeah, well, why not, right? We'll try it. Alright, let's play some games with her.
Oh, you wonder... Hold on. It looks different to what I expected. Are you sure that's a Githyanki?
I'm absolutely positively certain. There's no way it wouldn't be. The curves, the coloration, the size. Looks right to me. So we need a 21. That's a tough roll. Wonderful.
How excellent. Here is, as promised, your reward. You've proven an exceptionally efficient friend today. I hope we can work together again.
Yeah, me too. It's been really good. Thanks for the gold. That basically paid for our equipment we purchased. So Winter's Clutches just seem like they're going to be better than that in literally every way imaginable. I'm surprised Lae'zel didn't approve of our little deception there.
So much. Do be sure to pop into the lodge should you ever visit Baldur's Gate.
Oh, I wouldn't miss it.
I should hope so. When adventure calls,
Wouldn't miss it for the world.
always thoroughly prepared. Take a look.
I was hoping that they would have... I guess I'll take the supply kit. I was hoping there would be some kind of cloak available for sale. We gotta find some cloaks. I just realized none of our party is wearing a cloak, apart from Astarion here.
Moving ahead.
No true adventurer doesn't have a cloak, right? So you want to be very cautious as you go up here.
Best avoid that trap.
Keep your distance.
Let's also take care of these as we run into them. There's a cheeky little ambush up here.
Subtle steps.
Darian can go first. Oh, you all failed the perception check on that mine. Alright. Since they failed us, let's go this way. I don't feel like taking some damage to a repulsion mine. We'll just go this way. You already saw up ahead the fight that we're trying to deal with here, which is... it can be chunky, so... you want to take it nice and slow.
Let's start.
And you want to try and do whatever you can to these guys. You already see the kind of resistances we're going to deal with.
I will ascend. My path be true.
Lae'zel. We can sit you up here. You can't move much further forward, but you'll be able to pepper in some crossbow shots. Why don't you give Hunter's Mark there too?
I'm ready. Got to press on.
Shadow. Now her radiant damage is gonna mess these things up if she can land it. Radiant does play nicely against undead. You put that there.
A dull moment.
And then for us, this is such a chunky encounter. We're gonna cut them off from being able to progress to us. I don't suppose this would do much against you, so... let's move back. I think we're good to end that turn. We have spike growth kind of securing us for as much as we can. We don't want these ghouls anywhere near us. is why I just planted spike growth everywhere that I could. If they want to get at us, they're going to have to earn it. You see we're cutting them off from their support line. Alright, Astarion. You're gonna take care of some of these ghouls. Before they get on us and become an issue.
Swift and lethal.
Lizzo, you can introduce yourself to this guy now. Thank you. You'll be okay, actually. Let's surge. Oh, come on. You're killing me here. Just kill it. It has 1 health. 75%. Thank you. I'm gonna move him out.
Let's finish this.
Shadow. How much range does this have? Not enough. We can't yoink them in. We can just throw a fireball at it, I guess. That's okay.
I won't give in.
And for us,
Death
we'll
won't
just...
take me yet.
Well, I probably won't even hit it, but... I guess we'll just shoot arrows into this, because I need spike growth up. So I'm not going to move into a position where we're going to sacrifice spike growth. We need all these things to stay back. Yep, he's just getting his shit rocked. Man, I love spike growth. You gonna take the L too? Wonderful. Alright, Astarion. Let's take care of this. Get Shadowheart covered.
I am death.
Lizzo. Give him Hunter's Mark. Still hitting at a 30% chance is actually wonderful. Probably has a lot to do with Hunter's Mark.
Fast.
Shadow, why is there disadvantage there? Too dark. Because of this dust. Cloud spikes. Okay. How about we deal with the gas then?
No mercy.
Pull him into the spike growth. And now she can back up a little.
Another fight. Let's go. Here we go again.
He's bone shield, so he's not healing anything. That was kind of the important thing I wanted to do. And make your decisions. He's dead next turn. He couldn't get close enough to do anything meaningful. We don't have enough movement. Astarion. Fuck him up. Beautiful.
Victory awaits.
Lazo, you already know what I want you to do. Get this thing dead. Thank you. And from Great Weapon Master, we have a bonus attack. And she missed. Okay.
What's the plan?
Well, now, you two assholes put yourself in range, so... You'll get away from my party member.
Sometimes the only way out is through.
And the last thing we have to deal with here is this guy.
Very well.
course we miss. Here we go. Come on down, you're the last man standing. Oh, you found a path. I'm so proud of you. Did his health not just go down to 0 for a second? Am I hallucinating that?
Swift and lethal.
Regardless.
Can't give up.
He's gonna swing on her, but she needs to back up because Lae'zel is probably gonna kill him out right here. Indeed.
Alright, what now?
Alright, that wasn't so bad. Thanks to spike growth, we managed to keep these Death Shepherds back and on their heels. The Death Shepherds are what you want to worry about, though. The random ghouls and ghasts, they aren't so big of a deal, but the Death Shepherds, very much. They will make you have a very bad day if you allow them to. So you want to make sure that you don't. Spike growth is a great way to control any battlefield you ever find yourself on, so...
These boots have seen everything.
Death is Zealot of the Absolute. Death Zealot, huh? Duke Ravengard is to be delivered, unharmed, or mostly so, immediately. Moonrise Towers cannot fulfill its duty until the Duke has been delivered. Those who succeed will be rewarded. Those who fail will face first my wrath, then Gortash's, then mine again. General Ketheric Thorm.
The Absolute's forces have taken Duke Ravengard to Moonrise Towers. A powerful asset. Just what are their intentions, I wonder?
Dead Githyanki youth here. Lisa, I hope you don't take exception to this.
The corpse has nothing to say.
Looks like the Absolute scum does.
The corpse regards you lifelessly.
Where did these undead come from?
I summoned them.
Lost control of your own undead, huh?
Fight against Githyanki. Attack to buy time for the others to escape with Ravengard.
So this guy, they had Ravengard when this went down. Why did the Githyanki attack you?
Stumbled upon them. Interrupted training while carrying out orders for General Thorm.
Who is General Thorm?
Leader of true souls, chosen of the Absolute.
What does the Absolute want with Duke Ravengard?
The corpse remains silent. It does not know.
Where is Duke Ravengard now?
The corpse remains silent. It does not know.
Who are you?
Samuel Staxford, devoted servant of the Absolute.
The spell's power wanes. You can ask no more questions.
Or as far as it got you, you fool. And ironically, the ones that killed all these absolutists, the Githyanki youths, that's the children. They didn't even fight adults. They fought teenagers on a training exercise. Now here's the way down to the next chapter. We're not taking that yet. Doing some map clearing. Another Githyanki youth. Surprised Lae'zel hasn't had more commentary about this.
Broken. Need to find another way.
You can't take that path. This one you can. This one, no. I thought Lae'zel would have had more commentary about that. So we know this way is trapped with mines that we couldn't detect, so we'll go this way. And head on down to the temple we saw. I suppose it's a good commentary on the power of Githyanki teenagers, considering they smoke the absolute. Cultists down there, just on a training exercise. You gotta imagine if they had run into an actual Githyanki patrol. Which I'm surprised there wasn't one with them, considering.
This view's almost worth the walk.
It's pretty pretty. Yeah, considering how important that stuff is to the Githyanki, how strong they are and how they come to be, you'd think there would have been at least one mentor with them. Well, I guess maybe that does make sense that there wouldn't. It's Githyanki, right? If they die during the training exercise, they probably see it as a good thing.
This is futile.
I need Lae'zel for this, because she's the strong one. Pull this wheel for me.
Good. With great effort, great reward. Or so I hope.
Great effort with a reward we won't use. I just like passing checks, but not actually using that. I came here for this. I would never skip all this potential loot just to take a shortcut. It's just good to have it unlocked in case we do want to use it later. I really only used one spell slot for me, and I think 2 for Shadow, so we won't even need the long rest. We could just straight up head into the temple.
Watch how you go. There's a trap.
Everybody freeze. Gotta join me. Thank you.
What now?
So I guess these repulsion mines are Githyanki's doing. Smooth. Are you shitting me? Can you stop? Just pass the check.
Never a dull moment.
Alright, we have a bird here. Talk to the blue jay.
Moment to talk.
I've got nothing left to take, so you might as well shove off.
Did someone steal something from you?
Steal? Eagles are bigger. They just take. Nest, prey, everything. That's how it works here.
I can't help but notice you have a nest right there.
Oh, sure, a nest. But it's not my nest. That's up on the roof with the eagles. Eagles are pricks.
Eagles are pricks? I can fight the eagles and get your nest back.
You? Kill an eagle? But if you think you can, then please kill the eagles. They're the worst.
I'll see what I can do.
Thank you. I'll keep an eye on the roof. Rude bastards, those eagles. Deserve a little comeuppance.
Now, I'm not blind to the fact that the little blue jay here is kind of just manipulating us in order to get a better nest. There's no way that the eagles would be able to relax in a blue jay nest.
Shame we couldn't procure some pack mules or horses.
However, we're going to be heading on up to the roof anyway, so
Beasts are prone to biting.
we may as well go fight something while we're there. I'm sure we won't have a choice.
Keep you around
If
then?
those eagles are actually pricks. Also, get him, Shadowheart.
And I'm not offering any rides, if that's what you're thinking.
Or Astarion, we both know you would.
That might
We
be.
both know you're not adverse to that. In fact, I bet if we ran a little test to see how you got people to feed on when you were in Baldur's Gate, I bet that's how you did it, isn't it? With a flirtation and promises of pleasure. Well, this monastery is a hell of an area, so... Like, there's a lot here. I'll probably have to break this into 3 episodes, likely. Take the amulet. Take the gold. See, this is where the thingy would take you, so spin that. It'll bring it back. Now we can just head on as normal. Yeah, 2 to 3 episodes, I would imagine, for this place, for the monastery. Lots of ways in, lots of ways out, lots of things to do in here, so... And the fights you get in here are very difficult, which is the whole reason I went into the Underdark first, because I didn't want to contend with this before getting some more experience and levels. But I am just going to try and abuse my zombies for this, so see how it goes.
That's enough. On your feet.
Where are you taking us?
If this is about that weapon your friend was talking about, we don't have it and we don't know shit about it.
Silence! Move!
They have absolutist amulets on them.
No, I'm not going in there. I won't.
That's fine by me.
Anyone want to join her?
They're absolutists. They killed the children. They're captives.
Through the doors. Now!
Those dead Githyanki teenagers on the hill says all you need to hear about that.
Forward, carefully. These cultists have the Creche on high alert.
Yeah, I don't care that they just killed her like that. It frames it in a very like, ooh, she was unarmed and they just slaughtered her, but I mean, the novices also slaughtered the Githyanki teenagers on the road, so...
So the Githyanki aren't fond of the cultists. Could be a good thing.
I think it's a very good thing.
The corpse regards you lifelessly.
Why were you so desperate to run?
Scared. Hurt. Bad things. Yankee. Torture.
What do you know about this weapon?
Nothing. Was telling the truth. Didn't know anything.
Where are you from?
Little house. Under a hill. Somewhere. Don't remember.
Well, this amulet around your neck tells me that you gave that up for something way worse. What were you doing here?
Path to Moonrise Towers. Absolute. Answering the call.
What is happening at Moonrise Towers?
Gathering. Coalescing. Preparing.
The spell's power wanes. You can ask no more questions.
Alright, well that takes care of that. We're obviously not taking the front doors where the Githyanki are. We have options. We can cut down here. Nice little path all the way across. So let's go the down path first, and then we'll take this side, because you can also jump up and hop up here. We'll take the down path first. We do need to keep an eye out for some weapons that we're going to find buried in various places by killing various things, because the nifty little puzzle up top that we're going to need to solve. We'll get more hints about the puzzle when we find it, but since I know ahead of time, I'm going to keep my eye open for the things I know we need. We got to lay some weapons on some tombstones. The path is not interrupted. Tough path. No wonder there's no repulsion mines here. I doubt they expected anybody to take it. Come on up. Starion. Have a guard in the rear. This skeleton has a short sword. That's not what we're looking for. There's a wispweed down there. Also not what we're here for. We're up here for a gravestone up yonder. Right here. Tombstone.
Askell Stockhold, Dawnmaster. From death, life.
Apologize for this, Dawnmaster. Normally would prefer not to be digging up a corpse. So we have Stockhold, Master of his craft, and a rusty mace. This we do need, so we're going to put that in our inventory to avoid confusion. Beloved Dawnmaster Stockhold, buried with a ceremonial mace, in honor of the many humble maces he wielded in his lifetime, as he purged the evil from this land. So, Lathander is a paladin or a cleric deity, from what I understand. They worship the sun and light and goodness. They like to cleanse darkness, undead, all that stuff. It's kind of a Lathanderian's business. And we are going to take those stairs up, but first...
Stand your ground! Keep them busy!
No. Hulking statues are never a good sign.
And we failed the Arcana check. That was unfortunate. Inventory of offerings. An inventory of the food and offerings brought to the monastery and their redistribution to alms seekers. Now the paladins and the clerics here, I'm sure were pretty good, but I'm not sure how they all got smoked to the Githyanki. You'd think they would have been able to put up a little bit of a fight. Unless the Gith are just that good. But it doesn't really matter what you are. Which is possible, I suppose.
That's curious.
We can just bang that down with laser. Indeed. What are you? A guardian of faith and a ceremonial battle axe. We need the ceremonial battle axe. The only way I know how to get it is to destroy this guardian of faith.
I know this spell. Guardian of Faith. Extraordinary that it's lasted so long.
Yeah, as far as I know, you're not going to be happy when I take this. We'll do our best to just burn him.
Got to keep fighting.
Make him have a bad day.
Survival is all that matters.
Oh, you want the smoke with that. They tried. That was cheeky the way that he was doing that. Retaliation.
Blackets will
Not a fan of just taking his licks. Break that up. Break this up too.
Trust me.
It's pickable, even though it's enchanted. It is.
Still breathing.
Can I just freely pass, even though it has that enchantment? I didn't expect that.
We need to find a way forward.
And this takes us to right here, right where we would have come. Let's dip into this main room. Here's where we're taking all the ceremonial goodies when we get them. But for now, let's head out this ways. We gotta find a way to climb up to the roof to say hello to the eagles. Actually, I think we might need to go through here anyways to say hello to the eagles. never mind. We just rolled up on him. The autopathing took care of it for me.
I've got a long road ahead.
Well, this is the problem, because Lazelli isn't up here with us yet.
Intruder! In my nest! This area was meant to be safe! Xavier, get behind Mummy!
It's not your nest. You stole it from the little bird who used to live here.
You would accuse me of a crime in my own home! Outrageous!
No, I actually think that little bird was definitely lying to us about this being his nest. I mean, look at the size of it. This clearly wasn't anything to do with the little blue jay, but we do need to be up here. And the eagle wouldn't have let us just take this. That's what we're coming for, as a ceremonial warhammer. I do feel bad about this.
Let's end this.
I would have preferred not to have to do this. But when you don't have a choice, you don't have a choice. We're gonna take the giant eagle first if we can.
Still on my feet.
Look at you.
Cutting to the chase.
There's the encrusted with frost from those gauntlets. Great decision to get those.
Time to strike.
Where's Zoe? Yeah, you have no room, huh? Alright then, here. Give it Hunter's Mark and hit it with the bow. Now, eagles can be a little chunky, as you see. It's only a little eagle, and he almost gave us the business. Take a short rest after that. And we'll yoink up that ceremonial warhammer. Now we can talk to the blue jay.
Glorious! Feathers bloody everywhere, mate! Feels good to be home in my nest.
That's great. Where's my reward?
Sorry. I'm just a bird. I don't have things to give you. Although, when I escaped the eagles, I spotted something buried near that ferry dock. Might be worth a look.
I will accept whatever you're talking about there. Near a ferry dock. Not sure what he means by that. This thing looks like a very big weapon. This looks like it used to fire something.
Looks to be a powerful weapon. I wonder if it was used on the Githyanki nearby.
Likely not, I think. I think if they had used that, it's the blue jay's find. It's down there. I don't think we already collected that, so we'll definitely go look at that later. Yeah, something tells me if they had used whatever this big-ass cannon is on the Githyanki,
And, well,
we wouldn't currently still be dealing with Githyanki. I think that would do quite a lot of damage if you were on the business end of that. He's an ancient Githyanki warrior. You have a slate.
A fallen Githyanki warrior. A creche must be close.
Is something you can read for me?
You must have questions.
Okay, I can't. Let's see. We send it to Lazel.
Oh, enough waiting.
He might be able to read it, just straight up. Location, good, close to road, but secluded. Building looks well fortified. Defense, minimal seems to be a religious building. Space, ample, underground, hidden. Was easy enough to sneak in without being observed. Prime spot for a creche. Just immediate occupation. Okay, so he was a scout, and he decided it was a good place for them to take over. And he's the reason they came in and slaughtered everybody for the location. And down here, you can see what we're going to be dealing with in a little bit. Grimishka. But not yet. We have the other side of this rooftop to deal with. You can see there is very much more space over here, so we'll go get that first. We've been going for 46 minutes, so I'll probably get the rooftop done, then I'll go back to the ceremonial chamber and get that done. And then once we get the ceremony done, we can clear up out here and head in proper. Lae'zel taking up the rear guard. We can actually all start because Lae'zel is the one I'm going to use here because she can jump the most. It's gonna sting, but she'll be alright.
Worth examining.
The pouch over here. These jumps is why I brought her, because you can just jump better than everybody. Would have been Karlak if Karlak was here. She got strong legs. And right there is a painted chest. We have a Holy Lance. Smite the Graceless. Creatures who miss their attack rolls against the wearer must make a dexterity saving throw, or take 1 to 4 radiant damage, and you get constitution saving throws. So we're going to send that to Shadowheart, and we'll compare it against the Smite helm that she has, and decide which one we want to use. There's a little book right there. I ran right by that, I think. Reminder to the caretaker, when oiling the machine, make sure you don't grease the statues themselves. Stones become loose of late and has a tendency to slip. Novice Perron was rumored to have triggered a full spin once.
And these things have stayed interesting.
Alrighty. Let's take a look. I trust you guys can jump that, yes. The door that we can take after to clean up the area too. Now here we are in the ritual chamber.
The monastery's notable keepers adorn these intricate panels.
Examine the image marked Dawnmaster Seed.
The reconsecration of the monastery, conducted by Dawnmaster Seed.
Clearly has a warhammer.
Evensong before the Zenith Day.
Hard to tell what he has.
Dawnmaster Stockhold. Dawnmaster Welkin Glory.
Great sword, but that's already on the pillar.
Sun in Lathander's name.
And
Dawnmaster Vasaid wielding. The rest of the inscription and picture has shattered away.
never to worry though. We have enough. So, this one clearly has the warhammer. It's lit up, so I think that means we're good. It's like that one's lit up. Which one are you?
Go.
Dawnmaster Vasaid. Dawnmaster Stockhold.
Now I believe Stockhold was the mace man, right? Indeed. Which means this one would be the Grey Axe. And Lae'zel is the one that's carrying that for us.
Can't give up now. Can't slow down.
Old key there.
Bag of holding.
Yank that old key up first.
No traps.
Now what did we get in this pouch? Dawnmaster's Crest. And The next Dawn Master, I don't think we're going to make it, but the blood is secure. We closed it off with magic. Only one of our own can take it. If anyone else tries, the walls will fall, and they won't get out of here alive. Should that happen, pray for Rosymorn Monastery. Do not mourn, it's for the best. In death, new life, always.
This blood sounds important. Could it still be here somewhere?
Potentially. I doubt the Githyanki cared enough to try and get it. But he saw it as puny magic.
What's that?
Well, what that is something we can smash through, Astarion.
Show no mercy.
Bludgeoning is the best for things like that.
Quickly then.
Somebody will pass the survival check, surely. Thank you.
Something over there.
I was gonna say, surely someone in my team is passing that, right?
Best be on my way. Never a dull moment.
Alright, so before we wrap, we do have one more thing to do. We have a fight to take care of. And it can be a hefty one. You can't use magic on these things. Because they have a magic allergy. We passed the stealth check, so we got to kill that one for free. Very cheeky. Pop off, Astarion.
What should I do? Heading there.
Like I said, we can't use magic. They have magic allergy. So a lot of this is gonna be down to Astarion.
Time to push my luck again. These boots have seen everything.
Because these things freak the fuck out and explode if you hit them with magic. But thankfully they're not that tough. But for the most part, we can just pepper them down like this. Apart from when Lae'zel misses out of spite to make me look dumb. But yeah, just don't use magic on them and you'll be okay. Or more okay than you would otherwise be. Use magic around these things, they become explosive and you have a bad day. That's the general upshot of this.
Need to stay focused. Time to meet your maker.
Thank you.
Using magic around these things is more trouble than it's worth.
See, I didn't mean to do that. Unfortunately now this one is unstable because we used magic around it. Which means it's going to explode at the end of its turn.
May the gods take you first.
Doesn't look like I can do anything about it either.
Time to strike.
Lae'zel, maybe you can salvage this.
Taste my fury.
You can, thank you. They're not so bad when they don't have the instability buff.
My faith will protect me.
We can whip this because it's dead, so it doesn't matter. And poor little things. Thankfully, those things are not what are in the under level of this place, where it's a whole different enemy entirely in the next one.
I'll give it a shot.
I was kind of hoping that key would unlock this for us, actually. Too much to hope for, I guess. This missal commemorates the founding of Rosymorn Monastery. For my sins, it only just occurred to me that I had lacked in my record-keeping of late. But then again, I know we have been busy. In our fray with the Sharan thieves, we retrieved the blood, but one of the heretics sinned most heinously. They struck the amber encasing his blood with a maul of pure void, damaging the most holy relic. As if knowing of this blasphemy, the exposed blood shone with an unbreakable radiance, reducing the Sharan horde to dust for us to sift through this now holy ground. The relic became far too unstable to carry back to Harp. Thus we fashioned a simple chapel around ourselves here, and have encased the blood within steel, to be wielded as the most righteous cudgel against those who sit in shadow. To keep it from the lustful sacrilege of thievery, our simple chapel will become a great monastery, and the blood shall be secreted away with a great many more wiles than it was before. I find it hard to fathom that we left such an artifact in such an obvious open space to begin with. Alas, his light singes away the mistakes of the past, leading to a more fortuitous dawn indeed.
Indolence breeds madness.
And over yonder, if we get Lazelda smashed through this, you will see. This is the up path I was talking about we'd come back and take. I would have hopped up here and you would have come into these
No one stopped me yet. Time to
dangerous little hoppy bunnies. Down here is a whole other ball game. There is a way to just run down to that. It all does kind of loop around and make sense. Right here is where they're going to go. It's through this broken window.
What do you mean, too drunk?
You're mine now. Now that might seem harsh because he didn't attack us, but well, they're going to.
Kobold reeks of spirits. Fire could be explosive. Break them. Over there.
Wait, why did you... I didn't have it selected, huh? Okay. You don't get to hide from me.
Concentrate.
I know all your BS locations.
On the move.
What now?
Alright, so for me... I'm gonna drop you.
I am fury. I am death.
You are indeed. If you're wondering why she's only at 65 on those, it's because we have Great Weapon Master All-In toggled on, which means that she has a -5 to attack rolls, but the damage is always +10 on whatever she hits, which is a chunky trade-off, but it does work. Shoot out of turns there, but most of these things should be surprised. Oh, we're gonna try and dash in. But the closer they get, the closer they are to death. Petty. Throwing stones at us. It's going to infect him with Crawling Claw, so if he dies while he has that debuff, he is going to be immediately resurrected as a zombie. See? And now we start to really snowball. Now you have Gnawing Claw, so when you die, right now, you're gonna join my army. And you see how this build gets very out of control for the enemy very fast.
Talk to me.
Shadow. Let's just move you up. How's this? This is good. Get down here.
No choice but to keep going.
I am fury. I am death.
Bonk. Bonk.
My path be true.
Oh, you don't have the room, do you? Lucky. I wonder. Did that take my... Okay, it took my bonus action, so it didn't matter. Fair enough. Blazo, what's with the no opportunity attack? Throwing that at me is very cheeky. I didn't like that. I'm gonna make you a zombie out of spite for that one. What are my zombos gonna do? And get a nice little horde going. Creepy little things, aren't they?
A better position.
Move us out of here. Starion, hop up and put an end to this. Thank you.
Never wanted the easy path.
Okay, everybody relax for a second.
Not as bad as it could have.
You're all setting fire to things that you don't want to be set fire to. Fungal zombies are the only ones that stick around, unfortunately. You do lose the other ones. But fungal zombies are better than no zombies. And again, every time they hit something, that's a ceremonial mace. We could have put this in there too. It's just we already used the rusty one. Any one works. A collection of drawings, some cruder than others. Most of them feature kobolds in varying degrees of nakedness, some performing sexual acts on themselves and some on each other. The final pages, however, feature more varied subjects. A soaring red dragon, Githyanki of various ages, and surprisingly detailed depictions of wine bottles. They like to drink. I suppose what I can do is wrap up here while I drag us back on to where we need to be. And I'll start the next episode in the position to actually start the next episode. We'll probably go back to camp on the long rest to get everything refreshed and organized. So thank you for watching, everybody. If you enjoyed the video, please subscribe, leave a like and a comment. If you want to support the cause and help improve the channel, there is a tip link in the description below. Otherwise, stay tuned and I'll see you soon with more Baldur's Gate 3. Take care, everybody. Have a good day.